I was cutting back the twisty grapevines on my family's farm with the warm, late summer sun on my back when I heard the sound of gravel getting crushed under car tires. It wasn't my old Ford truck that I knew so well, but something bigger. Several cars moving like they had important business. I wiped the sweat and dirt on my jeans and walked toward the front of my 47-acre farm, my boots making dust clouds. What I saw made me freeze up. 2 police cars with their lights off, but you could tell what they were, and behind them a shiny black car. My stomach felt sick. This wasn't just a neighbor coming by with some homemade apple juice they made. The Maine police officer got out, a big guy with a gray and black mustache and eyes that stared right at you. His partner was a younger woman holding a clipboard like it would protect her. From the black car came a woman in a fancy gray business suit, her high heels making holes in the gravel as she looked at my grape rows like they made her mad. She acted like someone who always gets what she wants. "Are you Daniel Carter?" the police officer asked. His voice was calm but had a warning in it. I nodded, my brain spinning fast. Did I forget to renew some paper? Was there a mix-up with the county? My closest neighbor lived half a mile away, and the country road by my land saw more deer than cars. "Mr. Carter, we got complaints about rule breaking and not following homeowner group rules on this land," the officer kept talking, looking at his partner's clipboard. "The Crestview Meadows HOA has problems with what you're doing." I stared at him, totally confused. Crestview Meadows? I'd never heard that name before, and I sure never joined any homeowner group. My grape farm had been passed down through 3 generations since 1952 and was marked for farming, not for suburb rulemakers. "There's got to be a mistake," I said, keeping my voice steady even though I was getting mad inside. "This land's been in my family for years and years. We're not part of any homeowner group." The woman in the suit stepped closer, her smile as sharp as a knife. "Mr. Carter, I'm Evelyn Thornton, president of the Crestview Meadows HOA. Your land is inside our neighborhood area, and you've been breaking our rules for months. We sent you lots of letters, and you ignored them all." Her words felt like getting slapped. Letters? The only mail I got was bills, seed books, and junk mail sometimes. And neighborhood area? My grape farm was miles away from any housing development, with just fields and woods around it. "Ma'am, I haven't gotten one single letter from you," I said back, crossing my arms. "And I don't see how my land that's meant for farming could be under your rules." Evelyn's eyes got thin and mean, looking at the grapevines behind me. "Our control goes past just the houses, Mr. Carter. Your grape farm's noise, traffic, and ugly work bothers our people's good living. You have to follow our rules no matter what your land is supposed to be used for." The police officers looked at each other, clearly feeling uncomfortable. The main officer cleared his throat. "Sir, do you have papers, deeds, permission slips that could clear this up?" I felt better. "Absolutely," I said. "Come inside and I'll show you everything." As we walked to my farmhouse, my mind was going crazy. How did a homeowner group I'd never heard of get the police involved in this? My grandfather bought this land when the area was just rolling hills and fruit trees. He planted the first grape vines in 1968, and my dad made the farm bigger through the 1980s. When I got it 2 years ago after Dad died, I quit my office job to bring the grape farm back to life. It was hard work, but honest work that felt real. Now it felt like someone was trying to pull the ground out from under me. Inside, I pulled out an old folder from my desk, stuffed with the deed, permission papers, and my grape farm's business license. All the right stuff. The Maine police officer looked at them carefully, while Evelyn stood with her arms crossed, her lips in a tight, angry line. After a long, quiet time, he looked at her. "Ma'am, these papers check out. This land is marked for farming, and there's nothing about HOA rules. I don't see how your group has control here." Evelyn's face turned red. "Officer, our lawyer team has said our area is right. Mr. Carter's activities hurt our neighborhood, and him not answering our letters made us have to visit." "What letters?" I snapped. "I'm losing my patience here. I've told you, nothing came to my mailbox, and you can't just claim my land because you say so." The tension in the room felt electric. The younger police officer spoke up. "Ma'am, can you show us papers proving your HOA's area? Something official?" Evelyn dug around in her briefcase and pulled out a shiny map, spreading it across my kitchen table. It showed Crestview Meadows' supposed neighborhood area stretching miles past their gated housing development, eating up my grape farm and half the countryside. "This is crazy," I said, pointing hard at the map. "You can't redraw the county to fit what you want." The main police officer frowned, studying the map. "Ma'am, this looks like something your HOA made up. Do you have anything from the county or state backing this up?" Evelyn started losing her cool, her voice getting louder. "Our lawyers promise us these areas are real. Mr. Carter fighting us is the problem here." The police officers, clearly fed up, shut it down. "This is something for civil court," the main one said. "Mr. Carter's paperwork is solid. Ms. Thornton, take this to the courts, not us." They left, Evelyn's heels clicking angrily as she followed. I watched their cars disappear down the road. The grape farm's quiet came back, but it felt breakable, like a storm was coming. That night, drinking a glass of my own wine, I couldn't shake the worried feeling. Why was Evelyn so determined to control my land? The next morning, I drove to the county planning office. The worker there confirmed my land's farming designation and mentioned that someone from Crestview Meadows had been snooping around weeks earlier, asking about country land near their development. Warning bells went off in my head. I dug deeper, searching online forums and county records. Crestview Meadows was a 5-year-old fancy housing development with 200 homes, sold to rich retired people and computer workers. Evelyn Thornton, HOA president since the beginning, was married to Victor Thornton, owner of Thornton Properties, a building company with a history of aggressive land buying. Farmers across the county had faced pressure to sell, often through legal fights stirred up by HOAs connected to Thornton's projects. The pieces fit together. Evelyn wasn't just enforcing rules, she was trying to force me out for her husband's business empire. I hired Laura Bennett, a lawyer who specialized in land disputes. She looked at my papers and my discoveries, her face getting serious. "This is classic HOA overstepping, possibly with some real estate bullying," she said. "The police involved on weak claims suggest they're either clueless or deliberately trying to scare you." Laura sent a stop-it letter to the HOA, demanded proof of their control, and filed a complaint about the police being misused. She also asked for a court ruling to confirm my land's independence from the HOA. "If they keep pushing," she added, "we'll look into a harassment lawsuit." The HOA's answer came fast, a legal letter full of fancy words but boiling down to one thing. They doubled down, claiming my grape farm's disruptive work, noise from a tractor I used twice a month, smells from organic fertilizer broke their rules. They demanded I follow their rules within 30 days or face court orders to shut me down. Laura laughed. "This is baseless. They're betting on you giving up under pressure." She filed for a court order to block their actions and a court decision to settle the matter. Then the story exploded everywhere. A reporter, Claire Morgan, contacted me after hearing about the fight at the courthouse. She was investigating HOA abuses for the local newspaper and saw my case as a key example. Claire's interviews with me and other country landowners showed a pattern. Crestview Meadows had targeted 6 other properties with similar threats, all near Thornton Properties expansion areas. Her front-page article, HOA's Rural Land Grab, exposed the Thorntons' connections and their trick of using HOA disputes to make land worth less for cheap buyouts. The public went crazy, county officials started investigations, and a group of affected landowners formed, with Laura representing us all. Evelyn didn't back down. She made a defiant statement accusing the media of being unfair and warning that uncooperative landowners would face serious consequences. It was a mistake. Claire's follow-up piece quoted legal experts calling her threats actionable harassment. In court, the HOA's case fell apart. Their lawyers couldn't produce one piece of legal authority for their sprawling control. The judge, visibly annoyed, ruled my property and others were free of HOA control, issued a court order against further contact, and referred Evelyn's tactics for possible prosecution as fraud and harassment. The aftermath was quick. County and state investigations exposed the HOA's misuse of resident dues, over $50,000 spent on Evelyn's personal war that homeowners didn't know about. Board members quit. Residents demanded Evelyn be kicked out, and she quit suddenly, saying, "Health reasons." Thornton Properties crashed as investors ran away and lawsuits piled up. The new HOA leadership apologized, changed their policies completely, and promised to stay within their actual boundaries. The county tightened HOA oversight and started a program to protect farming land. 6 months later, I hosted a harvest festival.